Hello, SpeedGaming 6. We've got a fun match today. This is part of the Hybrid Major Glitches 2023 tournament. This is a Game 3 between SimpleClips and Spleebie. Spleebie is a very established, glitch runner and just runner in the random community as a whole. SimpleClips is an up-and-comer. They were in the miniature HMG tournament earlier this year, and they were also in the no glitch, minor glitch rando tournament just recently, and so they've been improving a lot, and they're really good at the glitch modes. So Spleebie took game 1, SimpleClips took game 2. So this will be an exciting game 3. Whoever wins this will continue on in the winners bracket, and whoever loses will not be eliminated, but will go into the losers bracket to continue the tournament. So it's an exciting game. Could go either way. Will be fun to watch. And I am joined today by Zero Russian commentary. So yeah, hoping for a good match. And we see Link's half start from both players here.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Apologies. Hello, everyone. I am here as well. Yeah, Link's house start. Very popular. Seems like most people do this start in some fashion, whether it be hobo or lake first.
Yeah. And early bottle on Lake Hylia Island.
That's actually very nice. That's one of the big reasons some runners will hold off on Kakariko Village for a while. One, just because it's better to have the bottle to turn in when they go there, and two, if it's an empty bottle, Kakariko does have a potion shop that you can use to fill it pretty easily.
Yeah, which is definitely nice. And then later on, to see if you need a fake flute, it's also nice to have the bottle that you can get filled up just in case. But yeah, there's a lot of reasons. But yeah, having it for CAC is super nice. So
yep,
probably worth to go ahead and grab. Definitely worth to go ahead and grab that. Like Hylia and do a save and quit. I didn't see what was on Hobo on Spleebie's side.
I believe it was. Let me see. I feel like it was bombs, but I don't think. I think that's what we saw from SimpleClips. But I don't believe it. Yeah, it wasn't bombs. I don't think it was anything important.
Yeah, because I don't see any. Maybe 50 rupees. What did Spleebie just get? Okay, I don't know. We'll see Saha now. Hobo is 50
going to check out the bush crab.
Okay.
Yeah, bush crab just hearts, easy skip. Lost the lumberjack start, I guess, is really nice to get that check out of the way, but also you can check both the tree pool and the bush crab very early on. Much with normal rando, the amount of money or bombs available really determines where you end up going after your first couple checks.
Yeah, the only money bomb's nice, and Spleebie there got a bunch of bombs and a bow out of Saha, and almost thought about going to Eastern, but I'm guessing because Eastern's a pendant, they decided, nah, I have better choices.
Yeah. Might still see him go back there a little later. It is still 3, well, since it's a green pendant, 4 items, but they're not all quite in logic yet without the lamp, so.
Yeah, you might be able to combine it later with the pop. Yeah, we have better checks to do than Eastern right now. So we can go back to pretty easily later. So it makes sense to not do it yet when it's a pendant.
SimpleClips hitting the bomb rocks. Kind of surprised to see him do that, actually. He already has 3. Yeah, and you usually end up with an excess by the time you're out of Kakariko.
Yeah, and also money to just buy 10 bombs really quick. Like getting the 1 extra bomb, it doesn't take that long. You just normally don't see it because 3 is enough to get you through all of CAC.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Yeah. Just I used to always grab 6 bombs or so out of Graveyard Ledge. Recently, for that exact reason, I started just grabbing the first 3 that you get when you go in, because you would always leave Kakariko with 10 bombs or 1,000 rupees. So
yes, and we got flippers at a CAC roll there already, so Oh, and bombs on the tree pole. Okay.
Yep,
Nice.
tree pole also bombs. Yeah, flippers early, very nice. There's a lot of stuff you can do with flippers that you would normally need to set up fake flippers for. So it opens up some interesting routing decisions. We'll see if we run into any of those via swim clipping.
Oh, and the glove. Okay. Like the only like hard locks, parts of Ice Palace and Checkerboard Cave, but it makes routing so much nicer. We're happy to have that glove, for sure. Now, when we go to Desert Area in a little bit after CAC, we can do Checkerboard Cave. We can do Backup Escape whenever we want. Once we get Moon Pearl, we can actually take the South Portal to get the Dark World without the hammer. We just have that glove and a Moon Pearl.
Yep.
Glove definitely is super nice.
Yeah, it makes things a lot more convenient, even for the stuff it's not required for. You don't have to do the annoying clip on Death Mountain for Hookshot Cave, for example.
Yeah, that feels a lot better, especially if you go into it like without Hookshot or something. It feels, more worth the time.
Yep.
$300, 300 rupees for SimpleClips. So we're pretty much at Zoro money now. We've already in bottom merchant, so Zoro will be already. Okay, now it's Zoro money, so that'll be a good option for us to do whatever we want.
Yep. And since they have the flippers, they won't have to worry about maybe isolating one of the checks. Normally, if there's something on the ledge and you're water walking or, have access to fake flipper, you can get it that way. But then you kind of lock yourself out from getting Zora. So luckily they won't have to make that decision.
Yeah, I know it can be kind of awkward when watching both of those, but yeah, flippers make it so much easier. And that clip can be a little annoying for Zoro's ledge with having to dodge enemy projectiles, so also nice to be able to avoid it. And we got a lamp in library, so we got a fire source.
So that's actually Spleebie's going to run into that. I wonder if he'll opt to do desert. I mean, it's a pendant, but he could do kill Landmo if Landmo has an item.
Oh, he do HMG Landmo? Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I somehow doubt he will, just because that's kind of a huge time sink for a singular item. But assuming he even has an item.
Yeah.
But so far,
yeah.
So far 2 pendants in Logic completable.
Yeah, and I think Eastern's the one you mostly want to go invest time in if you're gonna. If I had to pick, I mean, you're right here for desert, but I'm more likely to follow into Eastern with that bow and a lamp.
Absolutely. They could also pod. Bow and lamp puts pretty much all of pod and Logic as well, other than the boss.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. That's super nice. So we should be seeing a pod play from Spleebie pretty soon. SimpleClips having not gone to Saha, we don't know when we'll do that. But strong play for Spleebie to go to pod soon. You got loads of options still, like there's no rush. Go to sooner.
If it, one interesting thing we might see, if it is a crystal, I think Spleebie knows the pod basement clip. I don't know if he's ever used it in a race, but with that potion he found, he absolutely could. I believe it was a red potion, right?
Yeah, it was a red potion off like Highlight Islands. Yeah. You're correct.
So he could complete it if he wanted to, if it's a crystal without the hammer. Or at least he'd have one try to complete it if he wanted to.
They have the option. Else we'll see.
I learned that clip for this tournament, but interestingly enough, it doesn't come up that often. Like, I figured, there'd always be a good time to, like, skip bow or hammer to route pod more efficiently, but either you don't have the lamp or you don't have a potion. It's just super awkward.
Yeah, and then how long it takes, like, if you're really fast at it, I think the situation can be worth it, but it seems like even when it is worth it, it doesn't really hurt you that much to not do it in most circumstances, it seems.
Yeah.
And with the fact that Ice Palace, if that's a crystal, has to be beaten, it's hard requires a hammer. If left side GT or like has a sword. Okay, that's nice.
Very nice.
But or left side GT has something we need, like the big key or another item, then you need the hammer. So it's like even kind of hard to like escape the hammer. It's easier to escape bow if Eastern's a pendant and you just mimic clip GT, but Hammer could be a bit annoying to actually skip and seed.
Exactly. So since we found the early glove, we got a pretty nice desert route here. You can go straight from desert and just do the whole like cave 45 checkerboard Agana sequence without having to isolate anything, which always feels good.
So good call. You're right. Spleebie is going to go beat Lambo. Actually, he's going to do what you mentioned.
Yeah, I don't hate it, but it's kind of surprising, especially Landmo is a surprisingly dangerous fight. I guess I'll put it that way. Sometimes, like he does a heart, and the rocks do half a heart, regardless of mail. Spleebie does have a red potion, but he does only have 3 hearts, so it's very easy for this fight to go off the rails a bit.
Yeah,
it's something that can happen.
That's a bit scary. Also, you really want to use that red potion here. You'd rather save it for some other areas of the game, or potentially glitches, ideally, versus needing to use it the vanilla way. I mean, I think Spleebie is somebody who's definitely practiced in this HMG Landmo fight, but also just not the fastest fight. Unless you're really good at it.
Oh. Pretty nice start. Missed. See, already down to 1 heart, right? Some of these rocks can be invisible. You'll hit the sprite limit on the screen. So if you're not like absolutely paying attention to where they're at, you'll get sniped in the corner. But he should be fine from here as long as he just doesn't walk face first. Yep, it's good.
Okay, nice job. That's the scary, yeah. Oh,
all for a shield. It seemed like he was thinking about whether he wanted to pick up that pendant or not.
He gets magic refill, so that's a positive. Yep. But now it's done. You have to come back for it. Unlikely be enough time to actually swing the race one way or the other. So, and if it had paid off, it would have been huge.
Yep. Clips. SimpleClip. Showcasing a very nice use of the flippers. You can arm water walk out of the ice rod cave and just hop in the water to this off the diagonal slope to the south, which won't activate your water walk. And since you're not splashing without the flippers, it doesn't discount it either. So you can go straight. You can take the shortcut and swim and maintain your water walk going to the portal by hopping off the bottom ledge.
Super nice and a bit faster. We got a free Moon Pearl in Waterfall Ferry, so early Moon Pearl, pretty easy to get. Won't have to go do any of the rep Moon Pearl checks, but it does mean we got most of the game open now. So lots of options for where to go.
Absolutely. Yeah, pretty much everything minus everything in the Dark World minus some random single item lock locations are in Logic. Back of Skull Woods, parts of Hookshot Cave, things like that.
Yeah, and we got a second sword already off Zora as well, so that's pretty comfortable. That's nice.
And he already checked Lumberjack, so that's not going to be in the back of his mind forever either.
Yeah, so don't worry about that. We got Moon Pearl, so no reason to ever look at Aga, which is usually the case in HMG.
Yep. Looks like we're doing Dam now. So he didn't do this the first pass through as part of South Shore, it looks like. So he's just coming back to do it here.
I'm thinking maybe SimpleClips
kind of out of the way, but
SimpleClips might do Dam into Clip into Dark World here from the south.
Yeah, absolutely a possibility. That's a good call. You normally would need the hammer to escape that area, but there is a bomb setup you can do to clip you out of the little cage, so you can get around it that way.
Maybe not.
Did he not do? Oh, I guess he went straight from Ice Rod to.
Oh, yep.
Zora's Domain.
He wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I didn't see that. God, this makes sense. Then this makes more sense.
I have to say, Simple's route seems to have been working out much nicer for him than Spleebie's so far. They've more or less done mostly the same stuff, but Spleebie's has a fighter shield, and SimpleClips has the Moon Pearl. So that's,
Two shields now.
Yeah. one of those plays definitely worked out a little better.
Yeah, having that bow is gonna be pretty nice. That's the biggest thing from like Zaha. And
Yeah.
okay, we'll see back to escape now.
Actually, that is a good point, because with the Moon Pro, you might be less inclined to go to the eastern area, especially since it's a pendant. And if you don't find the mirror to combo it with Pod, he might not find that bow for a while. So I guess we'll see if that bites him at all.
Yeah, as part of in this mode, I actually in pretty much most boots modes, I like an only Zaha check personally, because oftentimes it can become the sore spot where you can't route it with anything, like you don't get the right combination of items, and it's not that it's a pretty quick 3 item checks at only like a minor loss of efficiency. I mean, I get why people don't always check it right after that, like I get it, but I do think it's something that most people should check early on. I think it's really worth it.
I absolutely agree. Like, if you're going to do a hobo start, you know, the whole reason people do that is because it's an awkward check and it's easy to just get it out of the way. It's basically the same thing for Saha's Closet. It takes a little bit longer to get to, but it's more chests. So,
agreed. Yeah, and sometimes you can get huge payoff going before you go over to CAC or Mountain with what you get.
The optimal way to get to Eastern Palace doesn't even pass it anyway, so it's not like most people will do Saha after East, for example. So clip into Eastern, so you're not really even losing out on that routing efficiency there either. That much.
Yeah, 100%. Like in this mode, you're less likely to even want to combine Saha Eastern together in the same trip a lot of the time, as you just said. Yeah. The swords, one was on Zora, and the other was in K45. So pretty easy swords. Spleebie's gonna get the second one right here.
Yep. Dipping into Hera. Seems like SimpleClips is following kind of your standard HMG opening, where it's just hit all the high density stuff in the light world before you start goofing off anywhere else. So I fully expect to see him go over to East Death Mountain in the light world after this.
Yeah, definitely. An easy, like, 9 items to go check and grab.
Yeah. The only other spot he could potentially do, we'll see if he does it or not, is like Uncle into Escape, which is... I think we had both key and map in the back, right? So that's like 5 items total, something like that.
Well,
it is a dungeon.
Wait, we didn't have a key on the sync screen in Spleebie, so I don't think the key was back there. Unless maybe it was just a map.
So 4 items of the key.
Yeah, the most popular option is to get a mirror and then combine that with, you know, the mirror wrap that lets you check Pyramid, Fairy, Pyramid. But you don't get the mirror. I mean, it's often good to just go ahead and knock out Uncle in front of Escape.
Yeah. Looks like our last pendant is in fact Meyer. So we're gonna definitely need to find the red cane. Unless they want to hover Turtle Rock. So Meyer might end up mattering at some point, since they'll have access to completed.
And logically we'll care, because most likely Swamp and maybe Hera. I see what the Hera key layout was, but at least Swamp will be logically locked by the Meyer medallion.
Yeah.
Even though we'd rather not do Meyer.
Yeah, it looks like Simple did not go to East Death Mountain, instead opting for Dark World, which is fine too. It's if you do the whole loop. You know, our first heart container on Spec Rock.
Yeah, I mean, we have Blue Mail, but yeah, we definitely would like that.
Bumper Lich. Yeah. Yeah, even with Blue Mail, SimpleClips is in one-hit KO mode, basically, for the vast majority of the Dark World.
And Hera is, we are locked out of Hera, by the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really that we didn't see East Mountain, because, like, it's often nice to get more items before you head over, like, to the Boo and Dark World area. It does increase your ability to, like, maybe you can beat School Woods your first trip here, or check more maybe Smith's Chain or Hammer Pegs, or maybe be able to open Meyer. Like this, or maybe have a mirror to wrap things better. Like, it can be nice, or have a hammer for Thieves Town. Like, it's often nicer to like, do a bit more checks before this, just to like make this route. Because in this mode, it often kind of feels bad if you have to like route Vu more than one time.
Yeah, you're definitely setting yourself up to potentially isolate stuff. Whereas you're certainly not going to East Death Mountain ever. So it just, if you're going to be doing both anyway, it makes sense to do both East Death Mountain first for sure, and use your hammer anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. And to answer a question in chat, you do not need to fix your camera after that DMD. If you do like mirror wrap DMD instead, that one you do need to fix it for.
Yeah, in this one we basically went vanilla to that to do the does that mean do a screen wrap like you do for do a wrap instead of like you do for Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah.
So you don't have to. Yeah, that's kind of nice with SimpleClips. They can just full clear thieves logically now. Not gonna leave anything behind. That's honestly pretty nice that the hammer was there. Like, okay, flute for Spleebie. Okay.
At this point, I doubt we'll see that activated. They have no reason to go back to Light World.
Yeah, if they had a mirror, sure, but without it, yeah, it's kind of awkward.
It's nice to have. It can save some time, but it's not so much time that it's worth going back and activating it specifically, usually.
Yeah, like if you can, like in the first, if you can find a convenient time you're doing other things to do it, sure. But yeah, as you mentioned, unlike in the no glitches, you'll split right over to have to activate if you're not in this mode. I haven't seen Graveyard Ledge. Yeah, Arcane's too.
So I guess it doesn't matter. I was gonna say I didn't see him fix his camera, but he already did back escape, so it's irrelevant at this point. Another heart container, finally. So, pretty low percent so far, but it seems like they're starting to find all the health.
Yeah, makes death warping easier. So is that we get a mirror.
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll set a point where we have loads of options. Like we still have East Mountain, or no, we just East Mountain. We have we still have Pod. We have like all of Dark World. It's like so.
Yep, Pod is fully in logic now too. Well, Simple doesn't have the bow, but once he finds it.
Yeah, it's probably
looks
like
we're getting Eastern.
Nice cleanup here. I feel like the three like strongest string of options is like to do either what SimpleClips did, like go this direction. You can also head south from Hype Cave and go south to north. Or you could do what was the thing I was gonna mention? Oh, Pod. Probably the three like main plays that you might do at this moment.
Yeah, for sure. Since Simple skipped Thaha already, I wonder if he's just holding out for the mirror, so we might not see him go to Pod either, but we'll see what he does after Thieves. I have to imagine he'll complete the Dark World loop first and then go from there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, once you throw on this, like you're gonna finish it all the way through at least Hype Cave, and probably check Mire area while you're doing it.
Mm-hmm. He could do Hammer Peg while he's here, and I think without the hook shot, you escape by swimming east. I want to say, which would take him over to that side anyway. But he might go the Mire route instead.
Steve's gonna follow Simple here. Only thing, it has the bow, which doesn't really matter for this route, and without a mirror, you're not gonna activate the flute, so it has a heart and a sword advantage basically coming in this direction.
Yep. Which Tempered Burst Master is pretty huge for a lot of the bosses. Blind is not one of them, but depending on where they go from here.
Simplest goes goes first, not unreasonable. You know, be a little bit more safer checking this out. See what there is.
Yep. At the very least, the front is like if there's a key in this chest, then you can check all of the front of Skullwoods basically. If there's not, then you just leave. Some people like to gamble the hole, but that seems dangerous. But it looks like we are going to get the full front clear.
Yeah. Feels a little bit bad because you don't have a smart or like mirror to speed this up, but like, it's a good throw thing to do, and if there's progression here, it's nice to find you early, but it's definitely a time investment.
You can also come back here. You can complete, since obviously we know it doesn't look like Ice Palace will be in the cards by the time they get there. But there is a clip you can do in that screen to get back to Skullwoods. So if you wanted to like wait and see if you were going to get the Fire Rod, you could do the whole Dark World wrap, or loop rather, and then go straight from the Swamp Overworld to back to Skullwoods you wanted. But he's going to find the hammer, so
I don't know that
he
one.
might opt to go to... Yeah, it's very similar to the flipper wrap with flipping to ice, but instead of doing the second wraparound, once you get up on the cliff, you like hop down from the bottom, kind of like an Eastern Palace wrap.
Okay, I'll have to learn that one. That sounds useful sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
It's a nice one. It's not useful very often, but it's a good way to get from to Skullwoods.
And that's a lot of the glitches. It's like not useful most of the time, but when it is, it's nice to have it, and it feels great to know it.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing in these or Skullwoods so far for progression.
Yeah. Malmo, if you do want to look at it, there is a clip in one of the HMG channels, I forget which one, that made one for SimpleClips, actually, because I had mentioned and he asked to see a clip of it, because it wasn't on the glitch map. Anyone wants to check that out.
I'll let him talk about this too.
There's always a clip to get somewhere from somewhere. There's so many. And then, of course, you can also go to Skullwoods from outside Turtle Rock as well. So I guess the point I'm making is skipping Skullwoods isn't the worst thing on your first trip. There are other ways to route it in.
Yeah, Skullwoods is one that I'm in this mode even more than like in no glitches mode. I'm actually more comfortable with skipping it because there are multiple ways back that aren't as bad.
Well, finally get to see Hype. I think the best thing for SimpleClips to run into right now would be the second bow. If he, for whatever reason, managed to find that, I would pretty squarely put him at a huge advantage. Just kind of being further ahead and not having done Landmo, but
yeah, the Landmo,
depending on when he actually gets to do that.
And yes, look up to do my Pyramid Fairy and Pyramid here.
I don't think he moved his cannon, so we should be good. Yep.
I don't think he did. I think they forgot they had flippers. Didn't have to fake flipper.
Sometimes it's always just easier to do what you know, even if it's not the correct way in these situations, because this clip does have hard lock risk if you mess it up. So if you're like not 100% familiar with the other ways, even if they're safer, you know, you don't want to risk losing all that progression.
You're really not gonna lose the race because you spent an extra 3 seconds doing that. You're gonna lose the race potentially because you're hard lock. Yeah. Yeah, there was red mail. SimpleClips gonna grab this red mail, and then we'll see what SimpleClips goes. They might go East Dark Mountain now, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe the Catfish.
Catfish would be interesting because you can swim clip from Catfish to Death Mountain, but looks like we're getting...
I'll have pegs.
Yeah.
Probably. Oh yeah.
Maybe hammer pegs to Turtle or to Skullwoods.
I don't see people do a lot of the Catfish to East Mountain play. But that one is cool though to see.
Yep, and it works both Light World and Dark World. It's pretty nice if you don't have the gloves, because you have to do the clip from the south side to get to Hookshot Cave anyway. So some people, I say some people, what you can do is you can just go to nice red cave.
Ooh.
Good thing he went back to that.
That's
you
nice.
can do we save and quit there. I would have maybe liked to see him go to Meyer to check the medallion and do shit. Oh, he already did. Disregard me. Jeez. Anyway, Yeah, so you can if you don't have the glove, you have to do the like weird clip from the south part of the mountain anyway. So you can go to Catfish and then swim clip over directly to the spot where you need to clip into Hookshot. It just kind of makes the whole little loop a little easier in some
Yeah, I never
cases.
thought about doing it that way. That's cool. Like, I mean, we don't have a glove that would make sense. So we wouldn't do it in this seed, but in other seeds,
Yeah.
definitely, I can see how that'd be great. If you're, pretty consistent and confident in your SimpleClips. Okay. He's got SimpleClips, most likely.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think he's done Eastern Light World Death Mountain, so we might see him do that into the TR portal since he has the hammer.
Yeah, I feel like here it's pretty much like most just East Mountain now, and Pod, like the two strongest plays still. So I would think SimpleClips are going to Dark World. These lightning checks. Yeah.
Spleebie's already called this out, so this will kind of equalize them a little bit depending on what else they do. Really, the only once Spleebie's done, or once Clip's done with this Light Road Death Mountain, the only difference between them really will be just Saha's Closet and Landmo.
Yeah.
We could also potentially see a Smith sequence break.
We have the red potion. Yeah.
Yeah. If he plans on, I mean, without the mirror, it makes it a little awkward, so probably not. But if he plans on going back, maybe just the same. You just grab him and then you save and quit.
Oh, that makes sense. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, slow, but I get that. Okay.
So that's why it would be awkward, because you just, like, why do that when you could go to these other places?
I thought you were gonna tell me about another clip I didn't know that was like really great. I was like, oh, awesome! I'll learn that. Save and quit. Oh, okay.
Yeah. the original glitch. Samurai. We don't. A lot of things could be on Ped. We don't know where Bombos is. If they find Bombos, then Ped's in Logic. What they have now, I believe. So theoretically, anything that they need, hookshot could be a bow, one of the rods, but remains to be seen if they even end up finding a way to get there.
Yeah.
Hammer pegs requires hammer and moon pearl, I think.
Oh, just hammer?
Yeah, because you can do the swim flip over without having to do the mirror wrap, the fake flipper clip.
Oh, okay, and pearl. Okay. So I was looking at chat. So yeah, hammer and pearl makes sense. Yes.
Which is then also why powder requires mirror or hammer, because you can get to the mirror spot with just the pearl, and then obviously you can just hammer there if you have the hammer.
Yeah, it makes sense. So basically, the clip that SimpleClips did is the logical one in this mode.
Exactly.
So yeah, Spleebie, I think we've kind of already mentioned, will probably go Pod next. That's fully clearable crystal and logic.
Yep. We'll see if he since he has the flippers and he's probably going to do Pyramid Fairy, I wonder if he'll just go into the front of Pod. I'm not sure of the timing of running there from Pyramid versus clipping, although honestly I think we'll probably see him clip anyway, save and quit to the mountain, because opening that first door for free is absolutely huge in
Yeah.
Pod.
Yeah.
Yo, nice setup for the pyramid.
Yeah, that's the one you found, right?
I did, yeah. After I soft locked there at the GT, I got mad. I was like, I gotta practice this. And then I accidentally did that. It's a nice one. It's not the best clip found this past year, but
nah, it's the best clip. don't be so humble.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, right now, maybe Spleebie has. Oh, is SimpleClips getting the bow? Oh.
Oh, interesting.
So the big.
I
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
really like this. Usually around this time in my seeds, I start thinking, I really should finish full clearing Sphere 1, and I go back and do this stuff. So I wonder, we'll see him get the bow. He'll probably go straight to pod from there, but I wonder if we'll see him do Escape and Uncle afterwards.
Yeah, I
Where
thought you get
Spleebie's
that
going
bow
pod.
and you have a logical crystal pod. I think you just go straight to pod, personally, and then after pod you see what makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
So I know SimpleClips arguably has the advantage. I wish it has the advantage because they have that Samaria from Hammer Pegs, and when does Spleebie go back for that? Like they'll get there eventually, but when? When does that get prioritized?
Yeah, that's a good one because there's not he's already done Pyramid, right? He's already done Thieves Town. He already cleared out the front of Skull Woods. There's not really much tying him to Village of Outcasts or that side of the map. So I have to wonder when he's going to get back to pick that up. The only thing maybe is if he's going to Mire or something like that, but that's definitely isolated at this point. Or if he finds Mitts and goes to do Smiths.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. Spleebie has a reason to get there, so hopefully tomorrow doesn't lock a whole lot. I mean, obviously we need it for TR, and it's nice in some other spots like GT and House.
We don't need it for TR, you know.
Oh yeah, we don't, but realistically we don't. Yeah.
I will say it's certainly a lot faster to go get it. That is for sure. Oh, is Chex in the chat? I
haven't seen
need to
them
let
yet.
him know that. I need to let him know that now we're pod racing.
Oh, I saw the discussion earlier. Yes. Yeah. And now we're pod racing. Yeah. Surprised that we ended up in pod at the same time. But
Yeah.
Cold see. Oh, there's the bomb box for Meyer. Okay.
All right. Time to start coming up with your worst ped item sequences.
That's gross. Mouse we.
Hookshot on ped would be kind of nasty.
Yes, hookshot would be. So
think
what
that's
do we
like-
need?
We need hookshot, fire rod, ice rod.
Yeah, we need the rods and hookshot. Okay, yep.
I mean, logically we need other stuff, but that's like the minimum, I believe.
Yeah, that's the minimum, yeah. You know what Samaria is, so yeah, that's it.
Dupe Meyer pendant.
I think we can skip the mids that are
Yeah.
logically needed for ice.
That would be really quick, right? You just hop into Meyer, head straight to Hera, go Moldor.
And that's like the only like pendant dupe that's probably that useful in this mode. I'm not totally sure, but from what I understand, it seems like it is.
The crystal duping, you mean?
Yes, or if it's like a green pendant or something you want from pendant. But yes.
Yeah, it's. I believe this tournament specifically, or maybe this mode specifically, added the boss kill requirement. So you, like, if Meyer's a crystal and you dupe it in Hera, you still have to go kill Vitreous in order to actually beat the seed. So it kind of loses a lot of its potential usability. Yeah, for crystals.
Yeah, so we
But
can
other
do
than that,
pendants.
it's really just Other than that, it's really just like you're just cheating the green crystal in an easier way, or the green pendant, not the green crystal.
Yeah, and maybe, or potentially a pet pendant. Yeah, pendants makes sense. Okay. Cool. I have seen SimpleClips do it. I think they did it in one of their races versus PH in the previous round. I did see them do it for my 2 Hera.
Yeah, it's really nice. Obviously, if Vitreous like has an item, you know, you would still have to go kill him for it. But if you just want that pendant, going into Thieves Town to get it is a lot quicker than going through. And you don't need the big key either, which is actually nice, right? So you don't even need to really clear out Meyer. I did not see what happened to Spleebie, actually.
I didn't either. The ball puck looked like he did it incorrectly. He got a nice death roll, opened all the chests. That's what I saw. What is slot zeroed? Death row in big chest?
Oh boy. Time for some knowledge. I've got my pen and paper. Not familiar with that one.
Oh, his hammer jump failed. Oh, okay.
That one I understand. Interesting.
So, assuming nothing to use in Helma, hasn't had much value. So, where do you think we should go next? Where do you think would be some good plays?
From here, I would honestly, unironically say Uncle into Wrestle is probably their best bet. It's kind of the cleanest item dense location that, you know, you don't have to risk a double dip from. Turtle Rock is, yeah, they could go into Turtle Rock and look for stuff in there, obviously, but without the Fire Rod or Ice Rod. Like, the Fire Rod obviously locks the torches, and then without the Ice Rod, they can't kill the boss, so you're actually committing to, like, a triple dip in that sense.
Yeah, because right now what we can do is, like, a TR without a Fire Rod isn't that great of a play. In GT, we still can't really do anything, even SimpleClips really smart, it opens a tile room. So GT's not a strong play. You can do Eastern, but it's a pendant, so you don't really want to. Feel like you have to go do that.
There's Out of Logic Ice Palace. They might be tempted into.
Yeah, that's not a terrible play. Like, you don't know what to
without
expect from it, item-wise, but yeah.
Yeah, without the Red Cane, I don't think Spleebie will go there, but Clips might. I mean, you could potentially get some good info, depending on what you find in there. So, like, I guess at this point, maybe not. There's not a whole lot. If you find Fire Rod in there, right, then you know not to check for Fire Rod, or I guess that's backwards.
Spleebie doing the Uncle Escape, or...
Yeah. There's nothing good in there.
Shovel check.
Yeah.
This makes sense. And then, I know Spleebie, we should just pick out the old hovering, so I could do Hookshot Cave into like Bunny, Catfish, like that type of play.
Yep. We might see Simple... Did Simple already go into G? No one went into GT yet. I'm confusing this with the previous race.
Yeah, no one in GT yet.
But that's another option. Not much in Logic, potentially, but still pretty dense.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Dark Mountain for Spleebie. We'll see. Probably.
Oh, he's going through the normal portal. Okay. Nice.
Oh no. Okay. Cool.
Absolute worst.
What a nice tip. Okay, cool.
Dead rocks are fun because they're like coded weird. They're like obstacles and not like enemies, I guess, something like that. So I don't know. They just block you in ways that no amount of effort will get you out of.
Yeah, they are frustrating. And also, TR is potentially crank locked depending on key layout, so something to possibly note for logic reasons.
Yep. We might see him dip in there anyway, into the middle, since he's up here and stuff.
Yeah, that's kind
not
of
really
a
any
debate
reason
of
not to.
Catfish or TR, because if you dip into TR, then it becomes more of a detour to try to come back up, then clip down to Catfish. So
yeah, like if you're gonna save and quit, yeah, go into Catfish. That's true. You might not want to isolate that one. All right, let's see. Nothing. So
and SimpleClips is going to do the screen wrap down in the swamp area. Meyer
Probably
play,
going to
probably?
Meyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not gonna be able to fix his camera. No. Oh, he's going to go to swamp first. Okay, so he's going to fix his camera. You can go straight to Meyer rather than hopping down, but going into the shed won't fix the camera, and you can't. You're kind of just guessing that you have the correct medallion at that point.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Spleebie just gave up
It's
on
like-
the hovering, failed a couple times,
Yeah.
decided to look up to the new catfish, which is in logic.
Yeah, makes sense. Sometimes you're just not on for hovering. It's one of those things. Like, you can usually tell as you're doing it. It's like, I just don't have the rhythm right now. I'll come back later and not do it at all.
Agreed. Anyone who helps can 100% relate to that. Yeah.
Nice. Oh no. Is he stuck? Okay, good. He got out.
I feel like I always do this. Whenever I clip it to Meyer from there, I always go, wait, how do I do this again? I know it's really simple, but like, I forget.
Yeah.
Okay, we now see the uncle escape player that you mentioned, and I like this a lot too. Because like, as you said, I often like doing the escape in uncle when there's not great options because you're not going to double dip it. And you know how many items you've done the back, so you know what you're getting item wise, like how many, and you're not like, double dipping some awful dungeons you don't want to keep coming back to.
Yep. And you've already done pyramids, so like there's no sense in waiting for the mirror or something like that.
Yeah, at this point you got enough far from the seed. Your great options are kind of running out. Like you don't wait for the mirror anymore to show up.
So here we see Simple going into Meyer. So interestingly enough, because they have the lamp and the hammer and the flippers, Swamp is in logic regardless of what the layout is, I believe. So we could see a lot of stuff potentially from this play. They can get the top of Hera, they can beat Hera, they can't beat Swamp, but they can clear all of but the back of Swamp.
Yeah, having that Samaria is really helpful here. Not really only because the Samaria itself is helpful, but it makes Meyer a little bit better of a way to go to. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter a whole lot here because it's only relevant if you think you might beat Vinny for an item here. But
yeah,
Dark is not super relevant, but it does make it a slightly better feeling that you could full clear it. If it makes sense, you're probably not going to if you have Samaria. Like, if I saw Vinny had an item, I'd probably still not do it in this case, personally, because it's so slow.
Yeah, what I'd probably do here would be like the normal loop of items, like you would like the front of Meyer, go do the bridge chest and all that, and then just go straight into Hera, unlock the Hera door, and then go into the swamp.
Oh, I guess you could do what? If I grab the pins, that useful when get the items. Yeah, let's get Vinny. That's the first item we saw, I believe. In Meyer.
Yeah, to answer a question in chat, Meyer's definitely his densest play if you include Hera and Swamp. Otherwise, it's most likely Procastle and Uncle, which we already know has nothing. So
yeah, and I think Spleebie did not go to Dark Cross to open the key door, which is fine. Just send me notes.
He shouldn't need to, since he's in Meyer now. He can just open everything from here.
We've seen the old GT play. Let's see. We do have a hammer, so we can do a little bit in logic, but mostly you probably going to break hookshot logic here to check some left side. And we have no Samaria for Spleebie, so no tile room, but
it would room. Yeah, it would be absolutely wild if hookshot is here though, because hookshot in GT even in this mode is so unbelievably rare. It's always wonderful when you see it.
Also frustrating if you don't get Growler early. Yeah. It's frustrating when like GT has like an item on like Torture in Hope Room that locks a bunch of the seed and like locks, like the hammer, hookshot, or Samaria, or Fire Rod that open up GT. That's always a little annoying. Unless you're the person who dives early and gets it, then it feels great.
It doesn't happen as much in HMG specifically, because of the expanded like underworld clips, but I've definitely gotten burned hard in overworld glitch seeds with hammer in GT. You just never go there.
on Ether, but we already know it doesn't do anything logically at all, because PR is great.
All right. So this is the last logically accessible location for hook, and it's a book. One letter
Right.
off. So close.
Yep, pretty much the same thing, right? Yeah. Well, we can check that. In this mode, it's not as awful to do the book checks, fortunately. I mean, obviously they're great, but you know,
Yeah.
you equip the Hera constantly in this mode over and over, so you can often find time. You can find many times to do the Ether tablet check, and almost tablet's not terrible. It's even better if your flute's activated, which I mean, it's reasonable we haven't activated it yet, but it is nice when flute's activated because it's a quick flute over. But we can always do that with like actually, you really can't do it with Meyer because you don't have mitts or mirror. It's a little annoying.
Yeah. So still coming in here with one key, which is fine, but hopefully he finds the second key. Responsibly, you want to open the tile room door while you're here without running out of keys, so you don't potentially lock an item. But he also needs a key for sure. So.
Yeah, I made that mistake earlier. Or, yeah, I did. Yep. In a race, so yeah, would be a good idea.
Looks like he is not. He's just going to open the big key door. Which, once again, is fine. I mean, it's unlikely you'll need tile room. There are kind of other ways to...
Oh yeah, he got big chest and copper chest open already.
He's not going to swamp.
He can beat Moldorm. So, did he get both items out of Hera?
I don't remember
what Hera had at the beginning.
I have to say, I really don't agree with this. I think he should have... Like, if he wanted to beat Hera, you can just clip back to Hera. Opening Swamp now, if you don't find the Swamp key, is going to be very difficult. You're going to have to go all the way back through Meyer.
Yeah, and since he didn't open up Tile Room, he couldn't even, like, do it worst thing, which is go to Tile Room just with a small key that's potentially locked in there. But yeah, this could be rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, he hasn't done Dog Cross yet, so he can still open it that way, which is probably still faster than going back through Meyer, but it feels like a little bit of a blunder, and that's one that can cost several minutes, depending on what ends up happening.
Yeah, I can relate to blundering. I did it today in my race for me. I blundered it a bunch.
First tablet check. Let's see.
Let's see. Oops.
Nothing.
Okay, where will Spleebie go?
Wait, house, so that it might be doing
Ice?
ice. Has Spleebie been to the Meyer area? Maybe he is. Oh, he might be opening. Oh, he's just going to go do the other tablet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I should have done that.
Yeah, SimpleClips is gonna come do East Dark Mountain. Oh no, send it for TR, Laser Bridge, but a boomerang. Okay. Maybe like, where is my progression? You know what we haven't done that's looking pretty good right now is Pinned at Easter. It's looking pretty good.
Looks like we're getting mirrorless laser bridge.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay.
Nope. Not quite. Looks like he had it, but he didn't hop up far enough. Well, left. Yeah. As long as you hop there, you're good. Perfect.
Nice clip. And Spleebie is now going to Meyer area, it looks like.
Yep. Except without the cane, we'll see if that matters. It doesn't seem like it will, but...
Yeah, because he because we'll probably wouldn't be Viddy anyway, as you mentioned earlier, so shouldn't change things a whole lot.
Spleebie showing how you can get here without fixing the camera. This is actually used in the RMG speedrun, RMG all dungeons. You do the super jump, you get ether, and then do the super jump immediately. Ether, like you go down from the ether tablet over here and come open up Mire without having to fix the camera. It's pretty convenient, actually.
That's what I want to learn. It was complicated at first, but I feel like I just need to pull up Spleebie's VODs.
Yeah, it's a fun category. There's like 3 different routes now for depending on your level of familiarity with.
Or I spit that clip. I'm too lazy to actually speedrun. I respect those who do it. It's cool to watch. I probably never will.
Yeah.
Also, mushroom on laser bridge. Probably out of logic, most likely. We got one.
Probably. It depends on the key layout, I guess, because you can obviously get there, so we'll see.
Will that Fire Rod or Quake Medallion aren't great? It's in logic. It could be though. We don't know.
Yeah. Expect Spleebie's a little more experienced in this category, so I expect he'll. I don't want to say properly do this route because that sounds a little like mean, but I think he'll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Simple did HMG mentor tournament beginning of this year, and they were in the mentor tournament. I actually mentored them in a couple of races. They've improved so much in the last couple months. And that's throughout this year. It's been really impressive to see like how good SimpleClips is now in execution and how they move around rooms and stuff. Like, it's significantly better than what I was seeing a couple months ago. I was mentored them for a little bit, but yeah, they're improving a lot. So I'm excited to see where they're at. You know, 2 months, 6 months, a year.
Especially in a category like this, because so much of the learning and practicing is preoccupied with learning and remembering the various clips and glitches, that you don't really have a lot of spare energy for, you know, basic like movement tech and things like that.
Yes.
So what you can really tell, like once people get a lot more comfortable knowledge-wise, they just start exploding in like ability.
Probably Ice Palace from SimpleClips. Oh, realize they don't have mitts. Have to go do it the other way. Oh, Eastern Palace now. Eastern from Simple. Haven't seen this.
Yep, makes sense. Your backup, your primary plan kind of had a wrench thrown in it. So you're just like, all right, well, screw it. We'll just do what we can now.
At this point,
this is perfectly fine too, because this is completely in logic. So there's no reason I couldn't be here.
This point is 4 items, all in logic. It's a strong play, and everywhere we're kind of going right now, we're like 1 item away from like any option being a good one. We can like full clear a dungeon or do a significant portion. So it kind of feels like somewhere in the seed, there's a key item locking us. It's probably here in Eastern, if I had to guess, based off what we have done and not done.
Yeah, especially if you're multiple items, right? Like a location that's been available all game, and you still need what, like 4 items, 3 items?
Yeah.
Is a decent enough chance that at least one of them was placed here, right? So.
Oh, Hookshot was in cutscene chest. SimpleClips just decided to clip and didn't get that.
No, I thought he lit the torches, didn't he?
Yeah, probably they could do the bomb clip and not the citrus clip. I'm guessing.
Oh, he only did the torches so he could do the clip and didn't actually check the chest. That's... Oh no, that's really bad. There's no way he's going to be going back there for a while.
Yeah, because he's going to try to clip from Harrow to Swamp and not go back to Mire until they'll, like, considering, like, going back to, like, kill Viddy or check cutscene chest. But, yeah.
However, Spleebie still does not have the red cane or any reason to go check air pegs.
Yes, Malma mentioned earlier that like mitts would be probably bring Spleebie over there because it's gonna be more incentivized to like go do hammer pegs and space chain. So yeah, probably finding those logically required nits for Ice Palace will send is Spleebie's best out for like getting to there sooner.
Absolutely.
But I kind of feel like I would argue that I feel like Spleebie might get to, if SimpleClips can find another progression item like here in Eastern, that they might well the hookshot we already know doesn't really open up. Well, actually we didn't see a hookshot cave. This Spleebie didn't actually hover it. We did see left side GT. That didn't open up anything all progression wise. So if maybe hookshot cave has something. Or swamp actually. Swamp as well. Forgot about that.
Yeah. I think the best chance for Simple maybe to get, assuming he doesn't forget that he did get that chest, would be if Pedestal has something and he checks it when he gets the book.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That or arguably SimpleClips would be better maybe not finding progression so they get sent back to the hook shots. Like if Eastern just has nothing and you're kind of running out of choices, but then
yeah, then you're like double dipping literally every dungeon. Yeah, I mean it's still too early to say for sure, but it's certainly not. I think it's more likely Spleebie will find Kane before Simple finds the hook shot.
That's what I'm thinking too. So I think Edge swings to Spleebie at the moment, but it's definitely not over. We do not know. We still know what the rods are. There's still so many things that can happen, things that can change the player's decisions and effective decision making. But
that hook shot might make Spleebie full clear GT, for example, which is several minutes on its own. So
how far did he go? I think he went only to.
I think he just did the fire.
Did he do Ars Armos?
I don't
I think he did.
Yeah, you might be. God, it was so long. It feels like it was so long ago.
He went past Rando Room. He must have.
Oh, here's the hammer peg.
Okay, he did do Ice Armos. Thanks, Mal. Okay, well, here's Samaria. So this is. And now he can go do more of a GT. TR is less bad. Okay, not great. No Fire Rod, but I'll maybe go back to GT and do Hookshot Cave. Maybe like GT and then Hookshot Cave into TR. Yeah. Oh, and go finish up Swamp. Actually, also Swamp, yeah. Probably Swamp first, yeah.
It's a little surprised he went there. I would have expected that to be like more of a last location type of thing, especially before Swamp, but it'll work out. It doesn't really matter which order he did it in, because obviously he doesn't need it for Swamp, but it'll be nice. It works out for him because he'll have it in Swamp to do all of the easy block flips. You don't have to do the bomb stuff.
Yeah, it's nice to just do Samaria. Yeah. And now going to Ice Palace, well, out of logic is better. So yeah, definitely good. Yeah, so I'm curious to see what both of these rods are at. Because yeah, Samaria doesn't really do anything in GT. This tile just amazingly has Fire Rod or something silly. But yeah, maybe it's just in Swamp or Hookshot. Those are two of best items in this areas now. No title from SimpleClips. I was hoping to see it.
He may not be planning on, since he doesn't have the hookshot or the fire rod, may not be planning on going all the way to the big chest, so he might just be leaving it for now. But at the same time, like, why wouldn't it's a logic check, right? Why wouldn't you just do it?
Yeah, just do it while you're there, and then go as far left as you want to go, potentially out of logic, without the bottle wasn't. I feel like one of the first two chests in the bottom of Herald was an item. Yeah, that was so long ago. Yeah, because it wasn't a big key or small key. I don't think it was map and compass. I'm sure we have both items from Hera.
I believe.
How was Spleebie? Yeah. Oh yeah, he already opened it up. He clipped from here to the clip, so he already has swap open. I forgot. Yeah, I like how students route his. I mean, also he has hook shot, so it's even easier to route it nicely. But so I like how Spleebie's done this. The situation where they didn't have the mirror swamp, so went ahead and did Myra and Harry to swamp to get it opened, and then went back to swamp, pulled the damn switch, and then just went ahead and beat Hera, and then go down to swamp.
So I think it's looking a little rough for SimpleClips, but we're going to need these rods to be in some really ridiculous locations for him to catch back up at this point, at least in terms of progression. But we'll see. It's also entirely possible they're just like here in Swamp, which is one of like the last places to check.
Swamp and Hookshot Cave are just looking really strong.
Yeah, there's also the rest of GT, but...
Well, without a fire rod, well, once you get the fire rod, yeah, options, and yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, there's he did find the big key, right? We could do maybe not. Maybe upstairs isn't in logic without all the keys.
Yeah, without fire rod, might be in logic. I haven't tracked the keys. I mean, odds usually aren't great if you're missing one of the four critical items, but without fire rod though, only unlocks compass. It might be in logic to really find still.
There's the big key. That's convenient. Don't have to backtrack for the big chest at all.
Yeah, it's a pretty ideal big key location. It puts it always runs on left side, and you do left side on your second trip back in. Then you have to go all the way back to the hub. Or it's in the back, and you already did left side, so now you have to go back to the hub, and then go back to the back swap.
Alright. I guess time to see where... Wow. I didn't notice that before, the triple heart piece. After Armos. So we'll see where he goes after GT. He might hit up Turtle Rock at this point. Seems like the most logical next step.
I don't think Simple's done Uncle or Friend of Escaped. Might do that.
Yeah, that as well. Is another good one.
Yeah, or East Dark Batten, as we said, also. Yeah, there's a few options. I think there's at least going to be one item on the left side swap here. I had it totally, but how many dungeon items we saw? Pretty sure we have at least one item left side. Okay, I think you go back in here. It's one or two, might be two items. I know we saw big key, small key map. Might have seen compass. And it,
did Spleebie open up? No, we got both items out of Harry. Yeah, there's.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. Okay, so Spleebie could have been back in. I think this is the right play at this point. We don't have a whole lot left, and I think at this point you have to do this at this point in the seed. But after this, you're probably going to Hookshot Cave, and then maybe TR, maybe we can even only do Pilot logically. And SimpleClips is going for the Adalogic Compass from here using the lamp. See if they get anything out of it.
Yep.
One thing they can actually get is Ice Rod.
Yeah. It's well, depending on where Fire Rod is, theoretically Hookshot could have been back here, maybe. I don't remember how many keys are in the front. I think Compass requires like 4 keys.
It does. So since you need all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty lucky Hookshot. Yeah, your Hookshot pretty much can't be here. Because you're going to have at least one key. basically on the left side. Let's not map chest or fire snake.
Left side swamp time. It's kind of rare for both rods to be this elusive. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. Ideally for Spleebie, or it'd be nice to find the those mitts.
Oh. Okay, so if Clips knows the logic, then he should know that neither Fire Rod nor Hookshot can be behind those mitts, which should hopefully keep him out of like Ice Palace and stuff. But
yeah. Ice Palace can't have a Fire Rod. Could have an Ice Rod, but not a Fire Rod.
yeah, but when you're also looking for other things, it seems good to.
There's the Ice Rod. I was gonna say, yeah, it's nice to find the Ice Rod first than the Fire Rod, because Fire Rod will open up a bit more. So for Spleebie, that makes it easier to find this Fire Rod. I feel like Hookshot Cave into Tiara is the play here.
Yeah, well, honestly, Fire Rod first wouldn't have been that bad for him, because he's already done Front of Skull Woods, and like even without... I guess you could get baited into another trip into Turtle Rock. Be the worst thing.
Yeah, you're right. Fire Rod is not that much worse. You might be tempted to do like GT Compass Room.
Yeah, find your mitts.
Yeah, find your mitts. Yeah, which would speed up Ice Palace. So
absolutely not needed at this point. For might be logically needed, but not actually needed.
Yeah. At this point, it's hard to see with Simple to have an out. Unfortunately, with Simple's played really well. It just, that's how this mode is. Sometimes, like, you skip one check, and that's the answer, and that's that.
Yep, I'm getting the climb though.
There's
there's
Rod.
the Fire Rod. Wow.
Go mode. Or Spleebie.
Yep, that's go mode. Go mode with 4 crystals completed. So.
Imagine if Spleebie had hovered that earlier. Wouldn't it? So
wouldn't have really changed
well, but would have had a Fire Rod. Actually, might have ended up checking more stuff if they had the Fire Rod early. So maybe it helped them. I don't know.
Yeah. Absolutely. It would have changed different things. Looks like we're now getting a toddler. I guess. Died in the climb. Or maybe gave up.
Maybe decided
against it.
Because your Hookshot and Fire Rod probably aren't going to be there. I guess your Fire Rod didn't lock any keys. So could be there.
Yeah. Big key and power, of course. Seems to happen a lot in this mode.
Yeah, it feels like skipping tower in this mode is hard to get away with a lot of the time.
He's not gonna. He's only gonna have 4 arrows for the climb as well. So that's there is an arrow pot in the second mimics room, but you can't actually get the arrows out of it until you've killed one of the mimics.
Oh, because it won't load.
Yeah. So hopefully he notices. He'll either have to clip one of the mimics in the first room, or he's gonna have a little awkward time in Mimics 2, because if you don't flip the other Mimics out, the lasers will still shoot at you. So you have to do Mimic clips while lasers are shooting at you.
And he used an arrow on the crystal switch. It only has 3 now.
I think
just realized.
Yep. Yeah, that I agree with this. It sucks, but it's probably better than trying to make that situation manageable.
Yeah, and so the climb was like, I felt like a great play at the moment anyway, considering what items are needed.
Another option is to go outside and dig. Hope you find some arrows, but no mirror either. So.
Oh yeah, that you get the death rope out, and RNG's not always nice with the digging.
Yeah.
It was a big key for Spleebie. They can just. Well, they need to get a key somewhere, but.
Yep.
I think they put them in the middle. Did they put them in the middle? I wasn't watching.
Yeah, I believe he went through the middle.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, there's key. Well, you need to get another one, but so. And then probably going to do.
There should be one in Crystal Roller, because entering from Laser Bridge, I don't think is in logic.
Yeah, but Spleebie will probably do Scrooge words for the Scrooge words, I would assume. then go to Ice Palace, then GG Club. Okay, I still don't have to touch Laser Bridge. Well, did they get that mushroom?
Hour 13, hour 14, Sphere 1, Uncle. Love to see it.
And Spleebie also managed to avoid going to Eastern at all. So that's nice.
Yep. Hookshot is in Meyer Big Key chest. Which is the cutscene chest.
Yeah, what was I saying? SimpleClips actually found the Samaria out of Hammer Pegs first, which wasn't too critical because he didn't really want to beat Pendant Biddy. So SimpleClips went to Meyer earlier to get like Hera swamp access. But when they were in the cutscene room, they did the cutscene to make the clip easier so they didn't have to do the citrus clip. And they just chose to go ahead and clip the Hera and not check the cutscene chest, which ended up being the second Meyer item. Spleebie checked it, and yeah, it was Hookshot. And that then led to the Fire Rod Hookshot Cave and an Ice Rod on the left side swamp. Which isn't Hookshot locked, but I mean, you don't really want to dive swamp, obviously. Hookshot.
Yeah. It's the kind of mistake you only make once, though, right? Just wake up in a cold middle of the night, remembering that time you didn't grab the chest you opened the wall for.
I definitely skipped the chest plenty myself. I actually am someone who like basically always skips Meyer checks because it was so slow, and I just take the risk. I would have gotten smoked in the seed. I would have got destroyed.
Yeah.
But I know it's gonna happen, and I'll just deal with it.
I'm right there. I can't say for sure if I would have opened that chest or just went straight to Heron Swamp, to be honest.
It's a tough call, yeah. Like Spleebie played it safe and it paid off huge. But I could see you making that skip like SimpleClips did. So
given how little was left, it's certainly more likely we'll open it, but looks like we're getting Ice Palace here. Makes sense. Fastest way to Ganon is actually exiting Skull Woods and river clipping. So this is the correct order.
well, we've done the climb yet.
Oh yeah, so irrelevant then.
But good info, nonetheless. That is a fun clip to learn. I learned it a week or two ago. Nice clip, it's fun to do. Not too hard.
Yeah. The hardest part about it seems when you have the hook shot, you're tempted to do the hook clip into the slope, and then you like go too far and pop out instead of doing the dash, which screws it all up. So that's like the one minor annoying thing about it. Ugh, bomb switch room.
I don't know if I'm gonna see though that I should check Hammer Pegs more often. I never do it until I get mitts.
It's
learning,
so awkward.
That is a bad rule of thumb. I should at least consider that swim clips in certain cases, because I can see how SimpleClips was maybe ratted in, like some more moments where I should consider it, because I definitely would have lost the seed to the Samaria. I would have not checked it still by now.
Yeah, it's just a weird spot route in with that when you don't already have the hook shot, because then you can't escape. So it just kind of puts a wrench in all of your routing.
Yeah, I think it's how they routed it, both Spleebie and SimpleClips here routed it, which was they kind of just did it as like the final piece that we did at the end of a chain checks. Makes a lot of sense with the hook shot.
For sure. Okay. Coming up on Cold Stare, Blue Mal, Gold Sword, Fire Rod, Half Magic. Should be a pretty tense fight.
Yeah. I think they can maybe make it, We'll see what happens.
4 potions, in the full climb from Clips. Obviously, we know nothing's going to be up here, but
Yeah, no hook shot of rods, sadly.
yeah.
I mean, Simple knows
It's always-
there's a hook shot here, but technically, I think both rods could actually be on the climb in this scenario because of how small
Yeah.
these were.
Yeah, I had a pretty dirty seed. I think it was my last race with Fire Rod, I want to say, was the pre-Moldorm chest.
I think I remember watching that. Yeah, that was pretty gross.
Which you don't also see often. But
Yeah, honestly, like, progression on climb doesn't happen that often. But, like, you have to prepare for it. It's always gross to see it.
yeah. But it is one of those things where, like, I mean, you gotta climb anyway, so if something can be there and you can climb that as well.
Yeah, it's far from... It's far from being, like, one of the grossest locations.
Yeah.
For progression.
Especially if you're, if you're looking for, like, swords or the silvers or something, you're opening them chests anyway. Plus, it always sets you up to check the pyramid. Nice side fire rod for the back of Skullwoods. It's actually kind of tight. There's like, I don't know, 2 frames that work for that or something.
I know that. Cool.
I wonder if the Ancilla height variable messes with that at all. Never actually tried. I don't think it does, but maybe it does. Do some weird shenanigans to open up Skullwoods from like halfway across the screen. But I think it's the sprite that opens it. Alright. Spleebie now has 7 crystals, so just to do the climb and drop into the hole.
We got a key on the climb here. Mini helmet rope.
All of these arrow chests just taunting Clips at the top of GT.
Yeah. Spleebie, do Tyler yet? They went last in GT, they didn't have Samaria, so I'm pretty sure they had gotten that big key. Not gonna really affect the race, but I think that's go get that.
I want to say no. I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure they got the Samaria after the GT visit. But they went full left, so now the only question is, do they do Compass Tyler first?
Clips is, if he spins here, he's doing the bomb jump, okay.
Oh yeah, no hook shot. I know he learned it recently.
He needs to move down or he's going to get hit. He's going to get knocked in. There's no way this is going to work. Yeah. Close. You can actually get pretty... Those pit holes are weird with that tile set. You can get pretty deep into them from the south. So he might have been able to cut that if he had moved a little further south.
I think he's going to do Compass and then Tyler, which I don't blame Spleebie at all. In the moment, I'll do the exact same thing. It's a lot. I think 4 checks versus 1. You do this first.
I think he might have been good there. It would have been close with the angle. This bomb jump is so hit or miss because of the Moldorm's RNG, so he has a pattern.
Maybe. Sorry, it's a death roll. It's annoying. Yeah. Back to what you were saying.
Oh, sorry. Moldorm has a pattern where he'll do like 2 loops and then he'll charge at Link. But the amount of time he like spins and charges is random. So even if you can kind of like bait him into a corner and set it up so that way he'll be charging you when your bomb goes off. But whether or not he actually gets there at the right time is a bit kind of off the wall. And you never really realize how long the bomb takes to explode until you're sitting there begging for it to blow up.
when I have older bouncers, every time I watch someone do it in a race, I just go, I will never learn this or try to do this in a race. It just looks awful to do. Like, I'll just do my bad hovers and get across.
Yeah, exactly. It's I feel like I say this a lot, but I would argue like it's easier to probably do with no experience than like hovering for sure, because you know the setup is pretty easy, right? Like theoretically, you just spin on the frame, the bomb blows up, and hit more. But it's so inconsistent and it's so weird that if you can hover, it's just way easier.
You know, it makes sense. I know some people will just really struggle with hovering, and yeah. But I just look at this and I just go, no, I never want to do this. This looks so rough.
Yeah, there are some setups. Everyone's got a little bit of a different setup, but one of the setups you can do is you bait him into the corner to the start of his animation, and you hit him, and then you go place the bomb, and so he does the spins and then charges, and a lot of times, as long as he's not like charging into the corner, that seems to line up pretty nicely with the timing in most cases. Nope, he's going to bounce. Rip. The spin, Moldorm doesn't have to be as close either, as it seems sometimes, because the actual hitbox of the spin is gigantic. So as long as it makes contact with him at all, you should be good.
SimpleClips is getting a little bit low on bombs, down to 3. I don't think SimpleClips ever written about a bomb upgrade.
Yeah.
So 3 more tries.
Yep. I'm reminded of the I don't remember what tournament that was, where we had 2 people up here bomb clipping or bomb bouncing with like 20 bombs each. Both had to reclimb or something.
Oh.
So they ran out. Oh. No.
And it also sucks. There was no way to farm bombs here. It would be nice if there was like a way when you farm some bombs, but no.
If the Wizrobes, if bombs were in the Wizrobe prize pack, you could, but
yeah, because there's some in the basement. I mean, they wouldn't be spawning infinitely, but still, there would be more bombs. Yeah. Nice. I assume they don't respawn.
I think they do. Because it's a different super town? I could be wrong. I don't know 100% how that works.
Speed's trying to think how to deal with the magic limitations right now. They probably have fun.
He moved down, Spleebie. Move down. You're going to get frame rolled. He might have it here, though.
That was close. Literally no magic.
It's literally on top of him.
Come on, Molden Bounce.
Do it. Do it. Oh, the angle's wrong. He's going to go to the left. Oh, he made it.
Ooh.
Wow. Dude, that was 10. That was 10.
Nice.
Like, Moldworm was on top of him. Just completely on top of him. And it was angled to the left, and he still just barely squeezed it through. That was amazing.
Nice way to, finish up the match.
Yeah. Only one bot left too, so. Meanwhile, Spleebie's just going to hook across. Real boring.
Lame. Not cool.
Probably going to open this chest too.
Ah, no. This is going to show all the fans and the viewers what's in there. Doesn't care. Doesn't care to entertain us. If you didn't get the crystal counts, you would think this is a really close race. I know how that happens in HMG.
Mm-hmm.
But SimpleClips played really well overall, but the hookshot skipping cutscene chest, just the tormented story of the rest of the seed.
I think he had the potential there, wise. If he had opened up and gotten that hook shot, it would be a very different game. Spleebie ended up not missing Kane that long anyway, so who knows how it would have ended up. But missing the hook shot and not opening Swamp, obviously, since they directly led to both rods. So just a bit unfortunate there. Sometimes that's all it takes.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sure SimpleClips is going to do really well in losers bracket, so it'll be fun to still watch them there, see what they do in that part of the tournament.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, Spleebie did the clip out of Aga 2 to explain that one for anyone who doesn't know. When the bat spawns that grabs you, the game just waits for it to be off the screen to actually trigger everything. So if you clip out of the thing and wait for the bat to spawn and then just scroll the screen so it goes off the left side, you don't have to wait. It saves quite a decent amount of time, like 3.5 seconds, 4 seconds, something like that, of waiting for the bat to just fly around. Looks like we're going to Turtle Rock on Simple's side. Who's in front? Which
yeah, they do have Craig. It must have been
which is a one chest check.
Darkwood had silvers. We skip.
In the Dark World, plenty Smiths. That's Light World. Little chest is Light World.
Yeah.
What else is in the Dark World?
This makes the most sense because we actually did most everything else that was in Dark World.
Well, I think that counts as a Light World check. I want to say, kind of Mimic Clip counts as Light World, or I could be wrong.
I think Mimic Clip counts as Death Mountain, and I think Mimics and Purple Chest are considered Dark World, with the way the game works for whatever reason. It's weird though.
Yeah.
I know it's how the spoiler log is set up. It has Smith and Purple Chest as Dark World and Mimic Cave is Death Mountain.
Yep. GG's to Spleebie. As long as he gets over that bridge.
Yeah, Spleebie will win this best of 3. Moving on into winners, round of 16. And they will be playing 2 seed. While SimpleClips will be going to losers bracket and will face the winner of I saw it earlier. Red Kitsune and Amaranth once they finish their best of 3.
Mm-hmm. I think I saw them scheduling, so that should happen soon. So shouldn't be too long for the next match.
Yeah, I hope Simple doesn't feel too bad. They played really well during a lot of the seed. The cutscene skip, like I could see me doing it too. So it's rough.
Yeah. Yeah, really just that like 5-minute segment just kind of played out really not in his favor, all things considered. So outside of that though, race was pretty neck and neck up to that point, as it usually happens.
Yeah, as it normally happens. GG, Spleebie.
GG's.
So, yeah, thoughts on that seed, on that race? How it went for you?
This seed was gross.
Yeah, it was.
I was feeling so behind, like, because I could have gotten Kane earlier, and I left it. But I guess that wasn't the only thing. I mean, having to go into Pendant Mire to get what was behind that?
Hook shot.
Hook shot.
That's the second check was hook shot.
Yeah.
Come on.
You opened the wall and clipped through, and the hook shot was right there waiting for you. Unfortunately. That was the big differentiator there.
And
There
Fire
was
Rod.
I don't know if anyone else caught that, but the whole reason I did that GT climb was because of where the big key was. Because if the big key was anywhere else, it would probably be key locked from all the out of logic checks. But the big key being right there means that those two chests could have been something.
Yeah. We did see you do right side GT, and we were kind of wondering if you were thinking about the key logic there. Because I think right side was both fire rod and hookshot locked with the way the smokies were, I want to say.
Interesting. I was doing it to figure out what the fire rod and hookshot couldn't be. So like when I got the Book of Medora, I knew what was on that could not be hookshot, but it could be fire rod.
Yeah. Yeah, over on Spleebie's side, we were worried, obviously, about Kane, because it's for a while there, it seemed difficult to find a reason why you would ever go back to check that. But after, I think you went before Swamp, which worked out, but then before or after Swamp, that was probably the best time for you to get over there.
Kind of did it mid swamp.
Yeah. And it was funny that the fire rod ended up being in Hookshot Cave, which you failed to hover the first time through. But ultimately, it didn't seem like it mattered that much because that fire rod wouldn't have really done anything differently. Maybe you've cleared front of Turtle Rock, but luckily that, it didn't end up costing anything, I guess, other than a double dip to Hookshot Cave.
Yeah. So when I went to Meyer and I found the hook shot, I went and unlocked Swamp, and then I was like, well, this whole dungeon is behind the cane, which I didn't have yet. But also I hadn't flooded the front since I came from Meyer. So I thought, okay, I'll just go check whatever's left, and it was like just hammer pegs basically. So I went and got that. Luckily got the cane. I was like, okay, well, Swamp is definitely the play then. Only yielded Ice Rod, but
I was about to ask where that was.
left side
That
Swamp.
was a terrible seed.
Yeah.
And Fire Rod was Hookshot Cave, yeah.
Yeah, we were wondering if either one of you were going to dupe the Meyer medallion and go check Pedestal, but that didn't end up happening either.
And getting the book out of the map chest of GT, I wanted that to be something so bad. Because I didn't have Kane. So it seemed like it could lead to something.
I only
So
checked
I couldn't do right.
one tablet. What was the other one?
Junk. I don't remember.
One of them was bombs. One of them was red ruby, something like that. Sounds about right.
Anything on Fed?
I didn't check it.
Probably not. Maybe Bo. Bo was in Dark World, so Smith's maybe.
Oh, the Eastern, the bow and saw's closet. I was really tempted to dip Eastern green pendant, but I guess Mirror wasn't there.
I did that out of desperation. I did not get Mirror. I forgot where Quake was. I think I got it on Mushroom.
Because Turtle Rock was definitely medallion locked.
Yeah, that's not Mushroom sounds right. That's one of the things you did that Spleebie did not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where was Mushroom?
Good question. Where was Mushroom?
Laser Bridge.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
wait, that can't be right.
Sounds like you also misread the key logic.
Well, that's assuming Quake was on Mushroom. I can't remember where Quake was, but
I don't either.
I do think it was Mushroom. That feels right.
Yeah, we kind of mentally checked out on the Meyer or the TR medallion at that point, since we kind of knew where Fire Rod and such were at that point, I believe.
Chat saying Quake was green pendant.
Oh, okay, that makes sense
Oh.
too. I turned in an item to get it. That's probably why I thought it was mushroom.
So that's why we had the early lamp.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I liked my in Turtle Rock. I figured out that the lava chest had to be the small key, and Crystal Roller had to be a small key. So I was able to just skip lava chest and go to the back
Yeah.
because we could only have one small on Laser Bridge. No mirror makes that dungeon slow.
And we never saw a
Crazy.
mirror. That's sad.
It was probably someone. Maybe it was GT Big Chest. Who knows? Maybe. But yes. So Spleebie, you're moving on to play. We had mentioned this, I think, briefly before you hopped in, but you're moving on to play, I believe.
It 2C.
Geez, yeah. Who I don't think I've seen any of his races yet, so not sure what to expect there, but that'll be your next opponent. And then SimpleClips, you play the winner of Red Kitsune and Amaranth.
Well, good luck in your matches.
Good luck.
Thanks, Zero and Specs for commentary.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you for the fun
absolutely.
race. It was fun to watch, even though I'm sure it wasn't the most fun to play at points.
As it usually is. But yeah, it was a great race. Thanks for being on the channel. Thanks to Tom for tracking and SpeedGaming for restreaming. Of course, my co-commentator, Specky Specs.
Yeah, thanks for commenting, Zero. It was really nice. We'll have to do it again at some point in this tourney. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching.